more than half of all the votes cast in the election. Now, talking about numbers in those two provisions speaks to the need for accuracy and accountability to give an election the legitimacy that the holder of that office would carry while exercising the powers of the President of the Republic of Kenya. And it's not an idle matter, because we went through an experience, before the enactment and proclamation of this Constitution, that a person would be elected by way of a simple majority, and in circumstances in which you would find that the person elected as president did not garner more than half the votes which are cast in a presidential election. So this is an important matter. And the difficulty about this particular article is that it requires, at the end of an election before the declaration, that the Commission carries out some mathematics, some mathematical calculation and computation based on proper returns of the votes that were cast in the polling stations and transmitted, as it were, the results thereof to the National Tallying Center and verified accordingly in terms of the Article 38 and the Elections Act. Now, my lords and my ladies, my starting point would be the fact that in this election, it was declared that, and that is found in paragraph 7 of our petition, that the second respondent in the declared result garnered 7,176,141 votes, which according to the Electoral Commission represented 50.49% of the votes cast in the election. Now, this figure would be correct depending on the calculations that were carried out or computation done by the Electoral Commission based on the votes cast during the elections held on the 9th of August 2022. Now, the complaint on this in this particular regard is contained in paragraph 43 to paragraph 48 of the petition. And for purpose of clarity, with your permission, my lords and my ladies, I would want to read out those particular paragraphs of the petition so that I can properly put it in context. Paragraph 43 bars that the number of voters who turned out to vote in the general election held on the 9th of August 2022 remains indeterminate. The second respondent has been issuing contradictory figures on the voter turnout. On the 9th of August 2022, on or about 1600 hours, 1 hour before the close of polls, the first respondent reported through various public news media outlets the voter turnout around the country was fairly low and was at an average of 52% of the registered number of voters. On 10th of August 2022,